The hero and the princess. Again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Should I bring something good at this try? I guess I should.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's bring something friendly, as friendly as possible, but without letting her go. Because we need to bring it. Yeah, credence can be interesting variant maybe, but well, anyway, killing a princess seems kind of a bando, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Forget it. I am not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Alright, anyway. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she is as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Exactly.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, you didn't have any choice anyway.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do. Let's examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Well, and if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Can't.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
That was a bit unexpected. Let's try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
I'll return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
damn.
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
It's definitely the narrator doing this stuff logically.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess, I don't have any other.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
Yeah, apparently it's not a princess.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Well, let's approach the knocking door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Aha, the true face of the narrator.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
So, it is true, he changes the stuff.
What are you doing?
Now there should be a way of warning her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Oh, resist?
The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Cursor change? Was it previously different? I actually didn't pay attention. I remember this claw like for a long time. But maybe, I need to rewatch it myself
I'm so
at that
sorry.
moment.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture.
Oh, it was dagger. That's funny.
You have literally doomed everyone.
That's pretty good to do, actually. Because yeah, you literally have a dagger. Everything showing like you should use it.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Really enjoying describing all this.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And there is chapter 2, the damsel. Yeah. Interesting.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Am I have any new variant? Oh, you bastard! You in for it now. I'm wise to your drinks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Oh, I just realized this actually happening. Yeah, I'm dumb. I thought previously that for some reason I thought even after 2 cycles, I thought that he's saying this to narrator, but no, he's actually telling to me. Because narrator don't remember this, they know it. That's because he looks from a side.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Smitten. Yeah, I get this voice. I exactly expected to get him.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the 4 of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
So we're fighting narrator now, not the princess.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
That's hilarious. No, proceed to the cabin anyway.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
It's a true night rant.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, it's all like medieval castle because I'm saving the damsel in distress. Okay, well, where's the mirror?
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Feather out of place. What a phrase. Well, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open,
so
revealing
fancy.
an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Whoa, why? I don't know. That looks actually like part of a castle.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh yeah.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
And she looks also more fancy.
You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
That was a really good voiceover.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
No, you.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end. Now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Well. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
This guy is so optimistic.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Well, according to her words, yeah. They empty, they didn't have narrator.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Wow, so, what happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Yeah, sure, exactly. Also, I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
No, I can't.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Well, let's rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Oh, damn, I skipped. Yeah. Like I didn't have taken a step forward, the prince. You what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her. That's what it was.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I can shape her into.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Well, what do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Do you want to answer? There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Oh my.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Exactly. The music a bit changed. The more weird one. Oh. Yeah, sounds so weird. And if I will start asking more questions, it definitely will go wrong way. Well, if we want to leave, then let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Exactly.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Yep. I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade.
Oh, and the blade. Yeah. Expensive. You're not doing this.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Yeah, as I hoped for, she was grabbed anyway. So it was the right way to keep her happy all the time. They didn't get the chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Well, as always, it's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get
It
scared.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Well, it's not the end. Whatever on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Exactly. Opens the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. Yeah, nothing at all. That's weird. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You focus your gaze, and you see it, a figure. Faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image and the glass in two. Then another crack forms and another, and another. Turns the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Huh. If you're not me, then what are you?
I am an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
I can destroy the mirror myself, but no. Each my question will lower amount to this. I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. It would help if I look away or stop asking questions.
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
Well, I have so many questions for you.
Then ask them, and Make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Are you a part of me, or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
But the death is still a cycle anyway, as well as everything here. You said she contains death. What is she?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life, forever.
Life forever will lead to madness.
There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Yeah, if you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is its existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Not that feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
That's partly true. Yeah, I have so fucking many questions and I can't ask all of them. But I should ask important questions after all. I have many questions about why the fucking princess and so on. Okay. If she is capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't they just will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
Well, I can't ask more about the potential future. So my choice will depend on what she will tell me as well. I don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. Am I not a living being?
You never were. You are the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. For a time, this construct could help you approximate being alive, confining your mind to a single reality, but you've experienced far too many lives for it to work much longer.
Roman is the last fragment. Well, I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Not really. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the non-quiet, a vast and nothing god. And it is finally a time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Well, let's proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
But what is death here? Damn, where are all the variants? With every single game with choices, every single RPG, they can have many amount of variants when they're not really that important. But when the times come for really important choice, they're just grabbing everything away from you. I'm becoming used to it, but it's kinda sad. I have many questions. Like, this is the perfect moment to finally speak clearly and get answers. But no. Well, I am the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
So what happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Let's talk that through. I still have so many questions and I need answer before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. Your liver drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever, consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Well, that feeling never left me.
Then there's no need for you to fight what we are. Whenever you're ready, we can leave together, hand in loving hand. Our masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. And every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. And in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason.
You seemed in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you, but it was the only thing I could do.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them opening to what we are.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead and alive and dead all at once. You learn to put yourself away and to follow the flow of reality. And you used it to rise above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. Unjust impossibilities pushed you to become something you would never have been without them.
Yeah, that's the main problem, because removing death from existence and just make everyone happier, as you may think, sound like a good plan. world. If everyone will become immortal, there will be no, well, close to no change, and many people will just go mad. That's why this concept, even if tempting, doesn't sound logical. And if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning.
And even then, what we saw was not an ending. When I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb. A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now, and you chose to pull apart that weave. And when the tapestry was undone, you struck at my heart. You saw me as a part of you to be excised, but in that desire for excision, you made yourself whole. Will you still be whole if you destroy me?
That for sure is not true. I don't want to destroy you. I just want to do what is right.
Do not neglect yourself in your quest to serve others. All things are connected through me and through you. To harm yourself is to harm everything.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Well, thank you for sharing this self with me.
I'm aware of what it did to you. The understanding you've returned to me is a gift.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake. Your will rapidly dissolve.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happens if we live there? If we live here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Doesn't sound too exciting. Why is it supposed to die? Like beings, okay, but worlds. Well, this world does not even normally exist. It was reshaped so many times in the process of it. Well, you've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Here again. Interesting. Which hero are you?
I'm all of them, I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
And where's everyone else?
They're still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I don't know. Still tough chance. She is a madness and whatever is the protagonist, the logic behind protagonist apparently a normal one. She contradicts herself, but yeah, as a goddess it's probably good for her to exist maybe still. At the same time, she's unpredictable and uncontrollable. The only way to leave this place is either together or, well, let it be all doomed by killing her. That's a weird choice, really. We're also dying in the game, but, well, the question is in time, because, well, apparently even planets are not eternal. But that's just how it is. And it's probably fine. Also, if something like this exists, it can be just oblivion after. It should be something anyway. No, I guess.
Too bad. We're going. Now.
Whoa, what the hell? Oh, what? Yeah, again, infinite amount of cycles.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
It's just you and me. Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Well, I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Well, his offer still stands, but could you describe the cabin to me, for old time's sake?
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he?
Nope.
There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
and everything flooded with things. So the choice basically happened right now, probably. And either we leave this place together or I'm killing her here, this train. But killing her is killing part of myself, as far as I understand. But at the same time, I have enough for me to continue without her. But that all means nothing really good. The world was fine before this whole mess was started. I'm not sure that dagger really works. Also, here I have more basic logic, let's say. More naive guy at the same time. But yeah, he's the closest to be a friend of sorts. If I can shape everything, do I really need a dagger? It's under the basement.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
It's not about Blade and the princess.
Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Let's continue.
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
It'd be nice. Let's sit with her. Are you the same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
Well, I don't want to be good.
Honestly, me neither.
Wow. I think the one thing. Well, okay. What if we just leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
And she also don't want to be actually good. Well, that's actually something to begin with. She also still can be reasonable. Well, I don't know, but I've always wanted to live with you. I just didn't like being a god. I want to walk through that cabin door as we are. Just you and me.
I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Well, he cannot just stay here. Also, he's part of me. Are you sure you didn't want to come?
Yeah, it wouldn't feel right. But I'll be okay. I don't think I'll be alone for long either. I'm sure I can find the others.
Well, let's leave then. You lead, and the princess follows, and together you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling space. They used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there is an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. I can see attention seizes her. She is unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore. And she knows this. Yet, she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside. You follow her confident steps.
This is it. I have no idea what it's gonna be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
Well, neither of us knows what it's going to be like out there.
It's something new. But whatever it is, we'll face it. Together.
Exactly. Well, that's it. I don't like opening this. But basically, what's the eventual result? If it was like a normal world of sorts, but assuming that there are gods and someone who could create a god somehow and imprison another god somehow in some kind of a limbo, like it's definitely not a normal world. So the definition of this here is unknown, and so a shame that it wasn't possible to actually get this information. Like if this is some kind of a world with maybe magic and stuff, then well, with princesses and things, it'd be different. Special place just for you. Oh, wait a second, what? Princess, world enter. Clarity, or is it just playlist of songs or what? Okay, so... Alright. That's basically what I experienced, I guess. Oh yeah, I went straight to the world interparent. It basically shows the most ugly part of her sorts. But eventually it was different. Well, yeah, anyway, the world existed before all this mess, and it will continue to exist after it anyway, especially now when protagonists have part of her power, so she cannot just mess with anything. They can balance each other, and eventually, with some kind of logic and mutual agreement and equal powers, they cannot just destroy each other and cannot destroy the world really. It will just continue to exist. So logically, this is the best ending, because killing her, it will lead to, well, very unknown result, very questionable result, and this should work. Maybe even better balanced in harmony. Oh, return to main menu. That's it. The game was overall good. I can definitely recommend this one, but yeah. Still the same problem as any game about choices. Not enough choices in most crucial moments. No ability to ask questions when you really need to. There's nothing. And at the same time, many things that you usually don't need. I will choose very few of them anyway. Also, many things a bit too repetitive in terms of, like, it's unclear, do you need to ask the same questions again and again? Will it affect the things or not? Looks like they will not. But it's unclear, so a bit more time were wasted on this, but still, interesting game. I expected a bit different experience, but at the same time, overall, it feels the same. It's a good game. Simple and good at the same time. And pretty good writing overall, but I don't like open endings. It's way better when you clearly see the result and can understand, was it the right bunch of decisions or not? But I think it was, eventually, after all this. So, thank you for watching. Not sure what it will be tomorrow, We technically can start. Oh, tomorrow will also be on this the days before, and also will be Cyberpunk. I'm not sure for now. Also will be Henrik, and I'm not sure when it will end, so yeah, it's very unclear. Oh, the day before actually will be on Thursday. Started on Cyberpunk. Well, maybe. Who knows? Maybe. Anyway, or maybe it will be nothing. Or maybe it will be on Immortal. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next